George, the curious little monkey. Here he comes, he's always on the go. Curious George, the curious little monkey. Where's he going? We'd all like to know.
Curious George gets a star. It was open school week, and the man with the yellow hat had come to school with George. "I want to speak to your homeroom teacher, George," he said. "Wait here in front of the art room and don't get into trouble." George peeked through the door of the art room. Mr. Williams, the art teacher, was cleaning up. He had a big pile of brushes and paints and was putting them in boxes where they would be safe until his next class. "Hello, George. All the children in my art class will be coming with their parents to pick up the drawings they have done," he said. The walls of the art room were full of paintings. There were paintings of dancers and farmers and racing car drivers and ice skaters. Next to the blackboard was a long piece of paper with the names of all the children who had done the paintings. Some names had silver stars beside them, and some had gold stars. Only one name had no star at all. It was Alice's name. "Poor Alice," said Mr. Williams. "I asked all the children to paint a picture of what they like to do best. Alice said she left her painting on my desk, but I can't find it. Now I can't give her a star." Then he gave George some paints and a piece of paper. George sat down and started to paint his favorite things. "Finish your painting, George," said Mr. Williams. "I'll be back in a while. It's very warm today, and I want to straighten out the room before it gets too hot." And off he went. George kept painting, but it was getting hot. Mr. Williams was right. On the art supply table, there was a big fan. That would cool him off. He saw a switch by the blackboard, pushed it up, and the fan started to spin fast. So fast that it blew Mr. Williams' papers all over the room. There went the paintings on the walls and all the gold and silver stars, too. "George," cried Mr. Williams, running back into the room, "look at the mess you've made." Quickly, he turned off the fan. "My papers and my stars are all over the room. You better help me clean up." Some papers were on the floor, some were under Mr. Williams' desk. George crawled under there to get them. Stuck between the desk and the wall was a big piece of paper with a lot of dust on it. It looked as if it had been there for a long time. George pulled it out. It was a painting of a little girl riding a horse. "That's Alice's missing drawing," cried Mr. Williams. "Now I can give Alice a star." When the mess was cleaned up, George went out to find his friend, the man with the yellow hat. Soon, the children in the art class came with their parents. There was Alice's painting. George's painting was right beside it. Now, next to Alice's name was a big gold star. "Thank you for finding my painting, George," said Alice. "I like your painting. You should have a gold star, too." "I agree," said Mr. Williams, and he gave George a gold star. Then he waved goodbye to all the children, and he and the man with the yellow hat went home.